everybody! Woo! I'm trying to hack myself up because
these episodes are painful.
They're atrocious. I'm one of your hosts, Monica. Wait, I didn't even say what the podcast was called.
Well, anyways, I'm Miranda. And this is...
What the fuck is this? Honestly.
Podcast! In case you didn't know, we're on Spotify with podcasts. You're listening to a podcast. We put podcast in the name.
I would hope you know this is a podcast. Unless you're just going to listen to us for like an hour thinking it's not a podcast.
The podcast does have video if you want to join us on YouTube.
On the tubes. We love a hydrated king. As you can tell, we're struggling a bit. But it's just that this season is atrocious. And we're currently 10 minutes into season 6, episode 5, and we hate it already. We don't know what the fuck is happening.
No, because this season we are going to watch 4 episodes, because there's like 22 or something. So we're doing like 4, 4, 4, 4, 3.
Yes.
Essentially.
Just to make it last a little bit longer for us.
And get us to December. The first week of December will be the last episode of Riverdale until we finally get season 7. So guys, that means we'll be doing Christmas movies. If you have any suggestions, we have a couple ideas, but nothing is ever set in stone until we record. So if there's something you want to hear us talk about, please let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, welcome to What the Fuck Is This podcast.
Yes.
Now that we're settled down, let me talk about my fucking book tea. Miranda recommended this to me because it's by one of her favorite authors,
Yes.
Natasha Preston, and this one's The Lake. Now let me tell you about The Lake. Okay, at first I didn't understand like why it was called The Lake, but like I get it now. But at the same time, The Lake doesn't really have nothing to do with it at all, other than that they're by a lake.
Yeah, it's a camp on a lake.
Yeah, that's it. But spoiler alert, we're gonna spoil the fuck out of this book. So Miranda's gonna be leaving. If you want to skip forward, in the description, you're gonna be able to see where that time jump is. So if you do wanna read The Lake, you can.
Or if you don't give a shit about the lake or Natasha, you can skip forward for that reason.
Yeah, it's kind of like a long read. In the middle, it gets like kind of boring. But basically, I don't remember any of the characters' names.
Okay, good, because I don't either.
I think what is his name? Ollie?
Sure.
I think that's the only one I remember. But basically, why are you being rude?
Get her, Bav. She was trying to go outside.
Okay. Oh, Esme and K-Love. Okay, so this tripped me the fuck out because the camp is called Camp Pine Lake, and it tripped me out because when I was younger, I went to Camp Pine Cove in Texas, and this is like in Texas, and so I was like, what the fuck? I think I texted you.
Explaining to do.
Yeah, I think I texted you. Okay. But basically, these two girls, they go back to the camp that they went to when they were like 8 years old. They got invited back to be counselors, but apparently, Esme and Kayla, they did something terrible the last time they were here.
Yeah.
And we don't find out until, I want to say like the middle of the book, which, atrocious.
Yeah, because they go into the town.
Yes.
And then you basically find it out.
Yes. So basically what happened with Kayla and Esme, when they were younger, they wanted to sneak out and be cool, and they started this fire in the middle of the woods, in this like, in this clearing. And then this random freaking other girl showed up, and I don't know, they thought she was weird, they pushed her, the fire grew. They don't know if that girl survived or if she didn't, but she was a runaway. And then we get back to the camp. Somebody's like taunting the camp, they're spray painting the walls, they're leaving cryptic messages, they're leaving these two girls specifically a note. Also, the one part that stuck out of me, why the fuck, the deer head? And the blood?
Yeah.
Are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah, that was.
No.
Yeah.
But basically, they're like scared for the campers, which I wouldn't say. And this whole time,
Peekaboo.
I think that's the first time Willow's gonna be like on actual camera.
I know.
But basically, everybody that got invited back has been keeping a secret this whole entire time. One of the girls, she's from the actual town, and she's helping the person that's creeping out everybody, basically. And then the two boys, Ollie and Jake?
Yes.
Ollie and Jake were there the night of the fire, but never told anybody about it. And then they ran into the girl that was burned up, and they were like, "You're a freak. Get away from me."
Yeah.
And then, just watching this fight.
I know.
And then, well, Esme and Kayla, we know what that happened with them or whatever. But in the end, her name's Abigail, the one that almost died, right?
Oh, I think so.
And basically, she's killing everybody. She kills Jake, and then, I don't know if she gets Kayla or Esme to, like, be on her side and try to kill everybody else.
Yes, it's Kayla.
Yeah, so Kayla gangs up with her, and they're going back to the frickin' by the lake, and the cops are there. And it was because they got like a call saying that there was like a stalker, and they explained everything to them, which like the whole time the mystery person, that's Abigail, was telling them, don't call the cops, or like I'll cause harm or whatever.
Right.
And then,
Which I thought was kind of weird,
yeah,
but I guess also not.
so the cops are there, she sees the flashing lights or whatever, and then Abigail comes out of nowhere, bang, shoots Ollie, and then bang, shoots Kayla, and then the cops surround her, and guess what? They blame her,
Yeah.
because Abigail disappears, and she has the gun in her hand now.
Yeah.
That shit,
Fucked me up.
it was such a good ending though, like I would have not have expected that.
Yeah.
But it's a good read. It took me some time.
It does. Yeah.
I think it took me like a week to read the first half, and then I read another, well, I was reading 3 books at the time.
Yeah.
I still am reading one of the books, but it just took me a while to read it.
Yeah.
But the ending is good, gets really good, but yeah, it was a good recommendation. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie.
Okay. Good. I'm glad.
But yeah,
I felt like it would be up your alley, but not like
Yeah.
romance-wise or anything.
not spicy.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you like, I guess like, it's not really horror. What is this? Mystery? Murder mystery, I guess? Suspense? A thriller. It's a thriller.
Yes. Thriller is a really good word.
Yeah,
for
if
it.
you like a good thriller book, with a tiny bit of romance,
Yeah.
because Ollie and Esme like each other.
But
and then-
Ollie dies.
And then Jake and fucking Kayla start dating like their boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
I was like, what the shit is this? But yeah, this once again, this was The Lake by Natasha Preston. It's a good read. It's a good read. But yeah. So now let's get started on this atrocious fucking season.
It is by far one of the worst ones we've had.
I hate it.
Because to start, let's recap season 5 from last week for y'all.
One of the almost better than this.
So good for our recent seasons.
Yes.
In all fairness.
The ending was good.
Yeah. Kind of like the book. The middle was so-so.
Yeah, but like this season, I do not want to keep watching it.
No, I have no motivation to watch this
No.
season. But to recap, the end of season 5. Hiram and the Ghoulies left bombs in Riverdale, specifically under Archie and Betty's bed.
That's the only one we know for sure. But when Hiram's driving away, we see multiple going on.
We're 4 episodes in, can't tell you what's going on there.
Nope.
So please don't leave the pod. We have a lot to go over, but you could, and you could come back next week and know exactly what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Because
This gives us nothing.
we haven't learned a goddamn thing.
And like, honestly, I feel like we don't even have to talk about these episodes.
No, I
Because
feel
they add
like
nothing to the story.
that's exactly what I'm saying right now. If
Yeah.
you all could leave the podcast and come back next week, and you're probably fine.
Yeah, if you don't want to be bored out of your mind, come back next week because each one of these episodes has nothing to do with the next one.
We're gonna look at fucking RSS.com and all. This is gonna be our lowest performing episode.
Okay,
because
but
everyone
that's
tunes
fine
out.
because this one, literally
No.
every episode so far, including because we started watching currently right now. Before we started recording,
Yeah.
we started watching episode 5 together because I watched a little bit of the beginning. But every episode is completely different than the other
They
one.
can stand on their own. They have their own theme. They hardly go together. There's one thing vaguely connecting all of them that we'll go over, relating to Cheryl, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That is the only
And it's
connector.
the only connection that also leads back to season 5.
Yes.
But it's just
So,
garbage. Oh, the only other thing, usually Jughead is narrating, but this time we see him narrating.
yeah. Very
I just
odd.
don't get it. It's like
And
he's
so-
the host of the show. I don't.
Yes, it is like we're watching a reality TV show or
No.
something.
Um,
So like Monica said, you might be bored out of your mind, but I also think we're going to be pretty entertaining, and I really don't think this week's episode is going to be very long because I hardly have anything written.
I have a lot for the first episode, but
Oh,
mainly because I was
yes.
so fucking confused.
True, that's true.
I have a lot for episode 3.
So we're going to go ahead and get into it.
That's it. That's all I have.
Yeah.
So far.
Season 6, episode 1 is called Welcome to Rivervale. Yes, people, you heard that correctly. It is now Vale with a V.
Not Dale.
We lost that D.
Nope. What? It don't fucking exist anymore, bitch. What the fuck is Rivervale? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it.
No.
Like, is it supposed to be, like, foreshadowing about this, like, they're under a veil or some shit? Like, I don't fucking
I
understand.
don't either.
My first line after, what the fuck is Rivervale, I wrote, what about the explosion? And
Yes.
to this day, we don't know.
We couldn't tell you a damn thing about the explosion.
We're, like, 10 minutes into episode 5.
No
This is the
explosion.
first time we've seen one thing about it, but it's literally, like, 2 seconds long.
Yeah.
And it has no explanation, no nothing.
Storyline wise, Tony and Fangs are struggling with baby Tony, and Tabitha and Jug are buying a home. Which I thought was so odd because that realtor was in Pops with her.
No, I
Where's
thought
Jug?
I thought it was for the apartment.
Yeah, but she's talking like they're buying the apartment.
Yeah. I don't know.
I guess I meant home, like in the sense of
Yeah.
like where you're living. Yes, you're right. It's an apartment.
Yes. And then Pops is fixed.
Yeah, Pops is fine. There's another great callback that is just completely unaddressed because we left off that she wasn't paying insurance, so does she pay her waitresses? Now, I know Pops said he was going to give his retirement over, but the thing was exploded on fire, and the only thing working was the kitchen.
And now we don't get a hint that there's a time jump or nothing.
No, nothing. It's
No?
just that we're in Rivervale.
So I wrote, are they dreaming?
Yes, that's been my
That's
thought.
the feel it gives us.
Mm-hmm.
And then we learn that Betty and Archie are living together. Like, he
Yes.
didn't just have fucking Veronica living there.
Yes. And Reggie and Archie are getting funding for their casino and they're dating.
You just said Reggie and Archie.
Oh. I wrote Reggie and Archie. You're playing right now. Where was my head at? Reggie and Veronica are getting funding for their casino and dating.
And then freaking Kev is fucking hiking now. That's what he does.
Yeah.
And he finds a deer that's been sacrificed and decides to call the FBI agent Betty Cooper.
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah.
And
And
then
Are you talking about Cheryl?
no, but I am gonna say
Okay.
that Cheryl says that Thornhill is now a sovereign.
For girls, like
It's like a sovereign nation or whatever. Like,
Oh,
they seceded
oh,
from the town.
That's right. Because they wouldn't give the apology.
Yes.
And they were going to elect a board of 4 members. I couldn't get my words in the right order. Tony, Alice, Frank.
What the Frank got to do with it?
I don't know. I feel like he's just the new Fred. Because Fred wasn't really supposed to die.
Mm-hmm.
It was someone young, though.
I don't know.
Anyways, Cheryl's pissed, seceded.
Yes.
Also, while they finding this sacrificed dead deer, Cheryl and her school want the deer, so she's got children out here threatening them with bows. Full blown.
She's like, girls! Katniss Everdeen over
I know
here.
you're playing.
I wrote Veronica and Archie. I don't know what I was talking about.
I don't either.
I said, what's up with Cheryl?
Honestly.
Oh, Betty and Archie don't want to get married,
yes.
but
they want to have
kids.
Which is
like, I think it's fine to me. For
modern
me.
day, yeah.
But I am also very confused. Like, if you find enough commitment that you want to have a kid with this person, I don't see what's wrong with
I don't
getting
either.
married.
I don't either.
Like, I would understand if, like, the person was a little bit toxic and you were like, I don't want to be attached to this person just in case.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Kids are. I feel like kids are more time than a marriage because you can make a prenup. You don't have to share your finances. There's like a million fucking things you can do to protect yourself from a marriage, but you can never get away from them once you share a kid with them.
Yep.
So,
Also, for this next part, I don't fucking understand why they brought this up and then never really talked about it again. Betty can't have kids.
yes.
And then Dr. Curdle, who is not a mortician anymore, he's an actual doctor,
Yeah.
says that 5 other women have come in and they also can't have kids.
Yeah, and this is when I wrote, because of that factor mostly and everything else that happened, I'm like, are we in an alternate universe at this point? Like, I'm so confused. Archie is going to start giving out maple saplings, 1 per family. Cheryl wants to get 13 saplings, 1 for all of her students, but she's not part of the town.
Yeah.
Like, even before Archie said that, I was like, girl, you can't get a fucking sapling. But could you imagine, like, you bought a house here, your sister bought a house here, whatever, and they're like, oh, great, you've set up your power, you've set up your water, here's your maple sapling, take care of it.
Like, I don't understand.
Plant it anywhere you want in your yard.
But, like, also, how is that going to bring them money? Like, is the town in charge of going to each of these trees and fucking collecting
I guess.
I don't understand.
I have no idea.
And then we find out that Fangs' mom used to leave him in the woods.
Yeah, to cry the colic out.
Yeah, in what world? And this is after Dr. Curdle recommends they stick a fucking toad to suck the colic out of him.
I was like, where are we living? This is a lie. Veronica gives Reggie, Jesus Christ. Veronica gives Reggie his bonus in all cash and then asks to fuck on it. She's like, it's a wild fantasy of mine.
I forgot about that.
I'm like that literal meme right now. Bitch, what the fuck?
I would never. Like, no. There's too many germs. No.
Alice turns Frank down after, like, he was hitting on her. Or no, Frank turns Alice down after he hit on her in the last episode.
Yeah. And
now Alice is all about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, no.
But we find out why. Because apparently he used to be married and he had a kid.
Oh, yeah.
He used to be married and had a kid, and now he's scared of that commitment because his family died. Why is this the first time we're talking, like, this is brought up?
And I don't understand like, unless he had something to do with their death, how can you, I mean, I understand people blame
but
themselves.
he said that it was because something about his like unit that he was in or something. And like he always had to keep them a secret, and then one day they like found them out or something like that.
What? I was not paying attention at all.
I don't know. But like also like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know if it's real or not. Like I don't know if he has, like in the actual like let's go back to season 5, Frank. Then I don't know if he had a wife or not.
No,
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know.
it doesn't make sense to me honestly that he had a wife in the trial.
And then Jugs decides to kill a spider, and now a shit ton of bugs are attacking him. He goes to pour himself a bowl of cereal. Bugs.
Bed bugs. They have a rash breaking out on them.
What did she say? They had scabies?
Scabies? I thought that was so stupid.
Scabies.
I thought that was so stupid. And then Cheryl, I have a question for you. I have a quote from her. First off,
mind your business.
First off, she calls Tabitha Tab. And then, direct quote, me thinks I can help.
Oh,
are we a fucking child?
I threw up. When she said that, I was like, did she really just say that? Did she really just say that?
I'm done. I'm going home. I won't ever be back.
Cheryl with these fucking dolls that she planted. And then the Veronica forgetting to make Reggie an office.
Bitch, what was your fucking plan?
In what world?
And then, in a couple episodes, I think episode 3 with Mr. Cypher, they're sharing an office.
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Bitch, you're lying.
And then the fucking maple saplings ripped the fuck up. Tore up. And then we get like a flashback to Rose Blossom and how she was, I don't know.
I don't remember that.
And then Cheryl's more of a witch. You can say what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say, are we ready for this harvest festival? Because
fuck yes. Okay, but before that, Cheryl goes up to Veronica and she's like talking about Reggie and her, and she's like, "Oh, what is your preferred name? Veggie?"
Veggie. Oh, I did love that.
But yes, we can start talking about this fucking festival that Cheryl invited everybody to, but she's like offering to help people with their problems, but in return they have to like support her.
Yeah.
For her plan.
But basically we're at the festival, which is at the Maple.
And there's these
Grove.
weird competitions. Archie is participating in every single one of them.
And he's winning at everything?
And then it was like, Reggie was mad or something, and Veronica or Cheryl was soothing him by saying, it's okay, you weren't supposed to win anyways.
And you don't have to worry about him after tonight.
Which, what? Oh shit. Is she okay?
In the end, at the end of the night for this festival shit, Betty is very adamant about Archie eating this pie. Like, what the fuck is in this pie? And then she says the doll's a fertility doll.
And then they fuck on the table after he's like licks the pie off of her finger once.
Yeah, I don't understand. She's like, oh, you need all the energy what I'm gonna do to you tonight.
And then he's like,
in what world?
that's it.
No.
That's all we eat of the pie.
So my question was, why does he have to eat the pie? What's in the fucking pie?
Yes.
I put Betty's going crazy. She looked crazy. So because Archie wakes up to a phone call from
Cheryl.
No, it's not Cheryl, from Kev.
Oh.
But
Cheryl captured Betty. Like Cheryl did it.
Yeah, so Kev on the phone is saying, hey, Cheryl kidnapped Betty. She's doing some type of like fucking sacrifice shit on her farm. You need to come out here. Hangs up. Archie goes to like save Betty, and Betty's acting crazy, and she's like, I'm pregnant. I already feel the boy.
What?
You had sex 30 minutes ago.
This was so outrageous.
But I liked her acting in this. Like,
yeah,
the way, like, her eyes, like, she looked like she was actually crazy. That I was there for. But this whole situation was a no for me.
Yeah, no.
But basically, everybody in the town is there, and they're like, we're gonna sacrifice you.
But they have to sacrifice Archie/men because women are only here to have children.
Yeah.
Bitch, what the fuck? That literally doesn't fit what's about to come. Especially this episode about Cheryl and only Cheryl.
Yes.
Doesn't fit at all.
I don't understand it.
I said, the farm part 2, where's Chad Montgomery?
Honestly. What if this ties back all the way to the end when the twins are floating above the fire?
I fucking hope so. 'Cause that never, ever panned out to be anything.
Okay, but then basically Archie died in Rivervale.
Yes, because she pulls out his heart and it's beating and she's holding it in her hand. And I said, what is happening?
But also, spoiler alert, he comes back alive.
Yeah, episode 5, he's alive, which we won't talk about today, but
No, but he's...
don't want you all to tune out on us. Archie will come back, so yeah.
I want to know if there was a reason why he got left out of so many episodes. Like, did he go film something else?
No, I think his wife had the baby. I think this is when his girlfriend had the baby.
At the end of it, all I had to
It's
say
like
is...
paternity leave.
Paternity leave. All I had to say is, what the fuck is this episode? Oh, that's another thing that stays consistent in these episodes is Betty being pregnant.
Not after episode 2.
But that's the only lineup like that we have for these 2 episodes.
Episode 2 is titled Ghost Stories.
We find out Tony killed someone, and it turns out to be Darla's son, which what the fuck is Darla doing back in town?
Darla from fucking Thanksgiving.
But like, and they came back after that prison break. Ma'am, why would you come to Riverdale where 2 of your sons has already died?
Yeah.
In what world?
And then Reggie's dad is sick, and then this guy comes with a car that looks exactly like Bella's, so he pays him double what it's worth.
I didn't understand that timeline. I didn't understand their side story.
No, because they're
And
just
then-
fantasizing about that girl.
My goodness.
What now?
Do you remember in season 5 when Cheryl was like, I'm gonna, like, your whole families are cursed and it's gonna be passed on. What if that's what's happening? But honestly, it doesn't make any sense because Lodge wasn't a part of it.
Yeah, a lot of this has come down on Lodge and Reggie.
Yeah, they had nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
So never mind. Didn't make a connection. I wrote, what the fuck is rising from the river?
Yeah.
And now Cheryl is taking care of the twins?
Again?
Like,
give these twins a fucking home. Leave it alone.
yeah.
They have bounced everywhere.
And then somebody's trying to fucking drown Juniper.
Yeah. Oh, but they have maple syrup again. We find that out we find out that she has the twins.
Yes,
That's
because
what I
they
said.
sacrificed
Archie.
Yeah, they sacrificed Archie. So now
They have maple syrup again.
I don't understand. I
Um,
said, what is happening in this town? Because none of it makes
yes,
sense.
this lake thing has Juniper.
Oh, also in the other episode, they basically suggest that they're gonna, when Betty's baby that's in her belly that just fucking got put in there comes of age, they're also gonna sacrifice it.
Yeah, because it's a boy. Which is also when they make the
Understand.
comment that it's Archie/men because women need to have children.
But how are you gonna have a child
Without
Ugh.
men.
It's not
Reggie,
meant to happen.
why is Reggie fixing up his car in the school? In his leather jacket?
I don't fucking know.
Okay. Anyways.
And then we find out there wasn't just one Miss Grundy. This fucking other bitch that...
This was so weird. And then her name was Isabella, and then she's the one that Reggie is fantasizing about.
I don't understand.
And then just randomly we learned he like had a thing with her or something.
No, he said he didn't have a thing with her, but she was fired for allegedly having shit to do with other students. Like, yeah.
Okay.
There was a murder-suicide at wherever Jughead and Tabitha are living.
Yes. And Tabitha is like dreaming about it or something.
Yeah, like the ghost is getting in her mind, and she's like dreaming about killing Jug.
And they're fighting so much, and they literally just moved in together. Like, break up.
Red
This is
flag.
enough.
Red
Yeah,
flag.
this is terrible.
And then they get the call that Betty calls Tony to tell her that one of the serpent girls drowned one of her own kids, or apparently that's what's being told.
Mm-hmm.
But now we bring up, I don't know if it's Hispanic or Mexican folklore of La Llorona, and she's in this show now.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah. This is, well, no, it's technically the next episode, but I have a theory, like, is Riverdale just doing crossovers with everything that was relevant at the time to remain relevant?
I think so.
Which you all will see why I keep saying that, like, as we go along. But lift your butt up. Good lord.
It's okay, buddies. But I just don't understand.
No. And then La Llorona takes Betty's baby.
Okay, but also, Veronica's the only one that's Hispanic in this show.
Yeah.
And the Llorona has nothing to do with her. Like, she's not even a part of the storyline. Like, I feel like they just had to create something.
That's what I'm saying.
For Reg and her.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I don't get it.
I didn't like this episode because they don't really talk about the storyline of like La Llorona, which I don't know if you've heard of it.
I know of it just because of the movie and stuff, but
basically, this lady was married and she had 2 kids, and she thought the husband loved the kids more than he loved her, so she drowned the kids so he would go back to loving her. But then when he was like upset that she killed them and drowned them. She killed them and then she killed herself. Nobody can love nobody. I said, I'm so fucking confused. Reg is obsessed with this car.
yeah.
And then we find out Pops used to be haunted. Pops?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we find out Betty isn't pregnant anymore, and Dr. Curdle thinks that it was just a hysterical pregnancy.
Which is kind of like not the thing to say ever.
Yeah.
To a woman who's like grieving the loss of the baby.
Yeah.
Whether that's what you think or not, like it wouldn't be the time then to bring it up.
Yeah. And also, you wouldn't know that fast because you still have the hormones going through your body.
I didn't understand. You know what's also bothering me about children? Why the fuck we are always calling him Baby Anthony? If it was Baby Tony, sure. Call him fucking Anthony. That's his goddamn name. Driving me crazy. Fury, what, you got beef too? Me too. Oh, and then they seance to La Llorona. Oh my god.
And the ghost is talking through Nana Rose.
Nana.
And then we find out, guess who summoned La Llorona? Some white lady named Darla. In what world? You don't summon her.
Yeah.
You 100% don't summon her. And apparently she did it because Tony killed her son, so she wants Tony to feel her pain.
Yeah. But she's haunting all these other people with children, or what, like, she gets Betty, like, what?
Oh, and then we go back to Jughead and Tabitha fighting, and she breaks his keyboard, and he says, "How could you? That was a gift from Betty?"
Yeah. This is so unhealthy at this point.
I would have been like, no.
She literally threatens to kill him. Like, that's
She has a hammer over his head, and then she catches a glimpse of herself, and
she drops it, and then she's like, I just love you so much.
Because she sees a glimpse of that fucking girl ghost.
No.
And then she's like, you love me? I've been wanting to say it this whole time, too. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then we find out that Llorona took baby Anthony, and then at the end, Tony takes her place.
Yeah.
Tony becomes the new Llorona.
So Betty is gonna take Anthony.
Yeah.
Who then we don't ever see again. We don't see Betty with baby Anthony.
No, and Tony's alive in the next episode.
Nothing. I thought it was 4.
Either way, she's alive later on.
Yeah, I know. Which it makes sense for her to be alive in 5 with the way it started.
Yes.
But I don't remember seeing her in number 3. I do remember seeing her in number 4, but I only remember seeing her in number 4 as Abigail's lover.
Yes. That's probably what I'm thinking.
So, okay, because the next one is Cypher, Mr. Cypher.
Okay, that's all I had for...
Yeah, me too.
Episode
3, Mr. Cypher.
We got Angels and Demons.
This is, to me,
not demons.
another
Lucifer.
crossover. Yes, Lucifer, which made me think of the Netflix show Lucifer, which was also really popular when they would have been filming season 6. Another reason I believe.
I just hate that none of them correlate.
No, there's literally no correlation right now.
Writers of Riverdale, why did you do this?
Besides, like, I guess the Betty and Reggie and Veronica
I just
relationship.
want to know why it's taking so long to explain it, like what this all has to do.
Yeah.
5 episodes in and you still haven't explained anything? No. And this is one of their longer seasons? No.
Yeah, we're in for a rough time.
But this episode starts with Pop Tate having a heart attack.
Yeah, what the fuck? Don't die on me, motherfucker.
Yeah, Pop Tate, are you fucking kidding me? The only man in this show that I've loved since the beginning, other than FP.
Don't fucking die on us.
Also, where the fuck is FP when fucking Polly dies? I don't know. You're not gonna come back, console Alice?
I guess not.
And then
He's too busy with Gladys and Jellybean keeping her safe.
Oh, fuck Jughead then.
Yeah.
And then we find out that TBK is coming to Riverdale, or Rivervale, because they captured him.
And he wants to speak to Betty alone in the FBI thingy.
Because apparently she's the only one he's gonna talk to. In what world?
What?
And then, out of nowhere, this guy shows up at the hospital where Pop Tate is, and we find out Pop Tate sold his soul.
Yes, but then we find out that Pop Tate actually didn't do it. His father did. And when it was time for his father to die, Mr. Lucifer came to see Pop Tate. What is this, New York City? Shh! Quiet on set!
But yeah, so
Pop Tate wanted his dad to go to heaven and not suffer in hell, so he switched spots with Lucifer or whatever, and now Lucifer holds his soul.
Yes.
And yeah. He wants the diner in exchange.
I don't even know why.
What? Well, we do know why.
Yes, but not yet.
But not yet. This was so stupid, but I kind of like that. We'll drag it out for dramatic.
I said this feels like a bad Halloween episode.
That's what I thought.
Like that's what it. But like these whole episodes have been feeling like that.
Yeah.
Kevin sells his soul without realizing he sold his soul.
Yeah.
He's the most gullible person I've ever met. Like
I'm about done having faith in him because every time I want to be on his team.
And then, like when he gets like a vision or like a preview of what his life's gonna be, Fangs is with him.
Yeah.
And Fangs is extra like flamboyant now.
But then it's not Fangs. He's like, because Kevin says.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's not Fangs.
But it is Fangs. It's like played by Fangs. But he calls himself. He's like, no, I'm so and so, your assistant. What, bitch?
And your boyfriend. And then we find out that Reggie sold his soul.
Yes. To make the casino successful?
No, it was like to get the rest of the funding for the casino.
Oh, so basically.
Yes. And he only did it because he thinks Veronica can outwit the devil. In what world?
At least console her. Hold on.
The devil's been around for fucking years. You think you can outwit him?
Yeah. And you should at least consult her. I'll be right back. You're fine. Betty actually went to see the TBK, which didn't understand.
I didn't get that either. We find out that Pops is the soul of Riverdale.
Yes.
How? Where? And then guess who's back in Riverdale?
Nick St. fucking Clair. He's a senator.
Oh yeah.
You're
and
lying.
Then he's going through the list of shit he's done.
Ew.
Disgusting. Ugh.
Terrible. Oh, and he also, Mr. Cypher also gives Jug an ultimatum.
Oh, and then Mr. what is his name, Cypher? He also has a notebook with their names written in it of like souls he wants, and every time he gets one, he crosses it off.
Yeah. Because the one Jug is presented is he'll give him an interview and he can either publish it and never write again, or
not publish it
and be like a waterfall of absorbent or amazing ideas. It was super weird.
I don't know.
Fury, I just want you to know how comfortable I am.
Veronica gives Lucifer Nick St. Clair's soul.
Yes.
But then we find out that Veronica gave Nick St. Clair's soul for Reggie, so Reggie didn't have to give his soul. But then we find out that Reggie sold Veronica's soul.
Yeah.
In what world?
I didn't know you could sell someone else's soul, because then they go on to be talking about like signing with a pen
with
and all
his
that.
pen.
And I'm like, Reggie was able to do that?
And then we flash back to fucking Pops and Raphael, a fucking angel, is at Pops.
Yeah.
And they're saying that a war is coming and that they need Pops to like offer refuge.
Yeah.
Which like
I didn't get this. This is too much.
I said I'm confused.
Yeah. Mr. Cypher wants Alice's soul instead of Veronica's, but Veronica doesn't do it. She almost does, but she doesn't.
And then the BTK killer, or BTK killer, should I say in quotations, says that Betty's the whore of Babylon.
And then he wants her on their side, or whatever, for the fight.
Yes.
So Pops is like the angel refuge, and now Betty needs to fight with the devil.
Yeah, and then we find out Polly's in hell with her dad, and she's like, I don't care about my dad, fuck my dad. But then with Polly, she's like, no,
don't.
And then she ends up stabbing the BTK.
Yeah.
And she's like, let me guess who's under here. She cuts it open. She's like, oh, it's gonna be me. No, it's fucking Glenn.
Glenn.
And then also we find out Glenn was married.
Okay, shut the fuck up. This is a fucking lie. Because he's currently married. But they were like fucking and shit
That's
at
what
the very
I'm
beginning of
saying.
season 5. You're fucking lying to
There's
me.
no way he could have been married. And also, if he was married, why the fuck is he coming to Betty's rescue?
Yeah.
In what world? No.
I said
Jug
yeah.
signed the contract and
Releases it.
yes. He releases it and then he realizes he doesn't want that anymore.
Yeah.
So he sells his soul in order to go back so he can write. And then, so Mr. Cypher wants Pops.
Yeah.
And the deal to get it back is, or he wants them to sell Pops to him so that Pop Tate can get his soul back.
Yeah.
I don't know how, I don't know when, whatever.
And so they perform like a fake deal.
Well, it's like a real deal. Like they sign it and everything.
Yeah.
And what's been an agreement? They're like, let's share some milkshakes to celebrate one last one because the fucking bulldozer's gonna be here tomorrow morning. Drinking their fucking milkshakes, sip, sip, sip. Guess what's in it? The tears of Virgin Mary when she's being crucified.
No, when Jesus was being crucified, the tears she
Okay.
cried at his crucifixion. Yeah.
Whatever. Same.
Yeah.
But like, what?
No, I just thought it was so specific. It was like the tears Mary cried and Jesus is like what?
Yeah, and then she's like, we're protected now because we all drank the milkshakes and it was in the milkshakes.
And
now
then
our
they
souls
wipe the
are
door.
Yeah, they run out. And he's like throwing up this fucking bile, like disgusting shit. And she's like wiping the door down. She's like, and now Pups is protected.
I was like, yeah, they're one door in on the front. Veronica was able to change her deal to save her life, and she will give one soul every week, starting with Reggie fucking Mantle. Bitch, I know you're lying.
Which then, okay,
Jumping
Spoiler-
ahead,
spoiler alert to episode 5. Apparently these are all dreams.
he's okay. He didn't actually get sold.
Maybe. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
Episode 4,
I don't know.
I did not write a lot for this one.
Yeah, most of mine is just a recap of what was happening because we're about to learn about Abigail / Poppy / Cheryl.
I just wrote old Cheryl, new Cheryl, old Topaz. Okay, my first line in this is none of these episodes go together.
No.
Old Topaz is from Greendale, which is from Sabrina's,
Yeah.
what is it called?
Story, show, spinoff.
Yes, that's on Netflix.
I want to know what's wrong with Nana. Why is she gonna die?
Right?
All
Nana?
the fucking sudden.
Yeah.
So now we have to hear these stories of these ladies.
Oh,
And then
this was very what the fuck to me. Betty and Cheryl, like the old version of them, Biddy and Poppy, make out.
oh yeah, but that's like the mid zone. Poppy was the middle one. Abigail was the old one.
Yes.
And then Cheryl. So
But I'm
yeah,
just so confused.
the middle.
Why are y'all making them make out? Like, writers, why?
Yeah,
This, like, literally we could have done without that.
all because Betsy or whatever her name is wants to kill her husband. She's married to Jughead, but not Jughead.
Yeah. And then I put all Cheryl's like girls.
Yeah, apparently. But, no, that
it makes sense for the end.
Yeah, no, okay, never mind. I'm not questioning that anymore. Seriously, Fury, you're really hurting me. I'm really uncomfortable.
We find out that old Tony killed her husband. Because he used to beat her.
Oh, yeah. Betsy wants birth control. Then they kissed.
No.
All the women come to Poppy with their issues. Veronica, mid story is Veronica, she wants something for their sex life. Whatever.
But basically this whole episode is Cheryl telling Nana Rose, who's on her deathbed, a story.
Retelling.
Yes, retelling.
This Abigail Ploppy.
Ploppy. Let's plop about it.
Oh yeah, Abigail loses her brother James, and his dying wish was for Old Fangs to marry Abigail.
In what world?
And then Abigail murders the fuck out of Fangs.
But then we find out he was a warlock. Cursed them.
Yeah, and then Tony's already dead. Old Tony is already dead.
She's dead.
So they can't be
and
together.
Then someone comes a knocking. Who's coming a knocking? Sabrina. She's in fucking town. And she's there to help her fellow witch.
Yes.
AKA Cheryl.
Yes.
Which, is it Cheryl?
A fellow witch. And then I did love, okay, hold on, really quick before she got here. Poppy got arrested for being a communist. She gets out of jail 9 months later to help Betsy have the fucking second baby that her birth control didn't work for. And then they're like, we'll get you out of this cell. Well, that was a fake promise because now she's on house arrest. And then Poppy's like, here, Betsy. And like, gives her... gives her a package of something. It says, you'll know when to use it. And later on, Betsy kills Chuck.
He just died.
No, she mixed it into his
No,
seed.
I know, but they're like, he just randomly died.
He died, yeah.
And then she's
okay.
People suspect he was poisoned, but nothing came up in his system. But then again, some herbs don't show up. Like, what? I don't.
So anyways,
know.
Sabrina comes so that
She can help
Cheryl
a fellow witch, Cheryl,
and Nana Rose can basically
transcend.
switch bodies because it's Freaky Friday out here.
And we find out that Nana Blossom is fucking Abigail.
No, Cheryl has been Abigail this entire time. She was Abigail. She got cursed.
Okay,
She changed her name to become
it's
Poppy.
just so confusing.
And then she became Cheryl. So there's one soul. So she transfers this really old soul to die in Nana Rose. And now Nana Rose dies. And now she's Nana Rose, young again.
Cheryl is Nana Rose now.
Apparently.
That's what I was so confused about.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So Nana Blossom becomes Abigail. Cheryl is Abigail.
Yeah.
Transformation happens. Nana Rose is now Abigail, and Nana Blossom is now Cheryl.
Yes, because
Cheryl
there was
and
technically
Poppy
never
never
a
existed.
Cheryl and a Poppy. Exactly.
Yes.
You're exactly right. And I just want to point out,
Who the fuck is Rosalind Blossom?
a topaz has been. Well, that's Nana Rose.
Okay, I was just making sure. I was just trying to make sure. I was like, who the fuck is this person?
I just want to point out to the grandma of Tony that a topaz has been buried in the Blossom Garden since the 1800s.
But maybe that's why the family hated her. And that's why they
Yeah,
didn't
that and everything else. Anyways, y'all, that's it.
That's all we
Let's
watched.
move on to our what the fuck news.
Oh, this
We'll
is
catch you
terrible.
next week for number 5, which we're about to watch right now because why the fuck not?
Yeah, but this thing is gonna be. This episode is short as fuck because
We hope so.
These episodes don't make sense.
It was
usually
really terrible, if I'm being
Yes.
completely honest.
And it
was
usually takes us a
terrible.
little bit longer because the episodes connect. And these episodes, they don't connect.
No.
Each episode, it's
And
its
we
own
hardly
thing.
want to talk about them.
Yeah,
So,
they're garbage.
moving on, here's my what the fuck news, everybody.
Dun, dun, dun.
There was a pumpkin contest in California, and it set a world record with 2,560 pound pumpkin. Look at it.
Well, what do you even do with a pumpkin that big?
I don't know, but I just thought it was really fun.
How long did it, like...
It's a teacher from Minnesota, so he was able to get this 2,500 pound pumpkin from Minnesota to California. And
can you imagine driving all the way there with that? And
no.
they're like, it's not the biggest.
No.
It's not the biggest.
Yeah, there's really not much to it. It's just like... He said, you think us driving in a snowstorm is bad? Try driving one of these.
It's like James and Giant Beach.
Exactly. Oh, the world record actually goes to an Italian man who grew a 2,702 pound squash / pumpkin in Italy.
Okay,
In
but how
2001.
long did it take them to grow these pumpkins?
I don't know.
Too fucking long. And plus, like, the weather conditions have to be, like, perfect for it.
That's what he's just actually saying. He didn't actually grow it in Minnesota.
Then where the fuck did he grow it?
Well, in California where the weather is better.
In the weather?
The weather.
Anyways.
So anyways, I just thought that was a fun little seasonal thing.
Seasonal.
And I was pretty amazed by it.
I mean, it's pretty cool. That's fucking massive.
That's
That's like a
massive.
baby elephant.
Exactly.
Effluent?
We are having some struggles today. It's time we get off of here. Monica, give us our closing arguments.
Arguments? Yeah, Samantha, we're beefing. That's my argument for today. I don't know why, but we are.
Okay. Ladies and germs.
Oh, I think I am gonna stir the pot and invite him to my party. I will say that. That's my argument. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
All right, ladies and germs. Thank you for joining us this week.
Thank you.
And we hope you made it this long so you can hear about the large pumpkin.
But yeah.
And all the bullshit of Riverdale.
Yeah. Go.
We hope you're excited to hear from us next week.
Yeah, go ahead and follow us.
I'm not sure if we're excited to come back.
Honestly, no.
Not because of you all, because of the show we chose to watch.
But luckily, I'm going to try to watch all the episodes we need to this week, so that way this weekend I can drink because of it. You know what I mean? So my birthday party's happening.
Fair.
Also, my birthday is this month.
So is
I will. I accept cash gifts only.
Anyways,
go ahead and follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at whatthefuckisthis_podcast.
We also have YouTube.
Yeah, if you don't just want to listen and you want to watch us, we do go ahead and record those.
You see the doggos.
And there, it's on our YouTube. Find us at What the Fuck Is This? I don't know if the podcast is in that one.
I don't think so, actually.
I don't know. You'll find it.
Hopefully.
You'll see us and you'll be like, okay.
We'll link it. Maybe we'll link it somewhere if y'all can't find it. We're new to this.
We're trying. We've only been doing this for 2
fucking days.
But anyways, these episodes may just delusional. So send us your recommendations for books, for TV shows, for movies. If you have any tea you want us to know, because we fucking love it.
Yes.
And you can tell us if you want us to spill it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, if people do start sending that in, we can like start adding that in.
Yeah.
We can replace What the Fuck News with tea.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Love it.
Me and Miranda love talking shit, so go ahead and listen to us. Or look out for our new episode this coming up Thursday. But that is it. Adios.
Bye, guys.